الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى: وأقم الصلاة لذكري. ويقول سبحانه وتعالى: إن الصلاة كانت على المؤمنين كتابا موقوتا. ويقول سبحانه وتعالى: فخلف من بعدهم خلف أضاعوا الصلاة واتبعوا الشهوات فسوف يلقون غيا. These ayat, brothers and sisters, shows the status of the salah and the importance of the salah, in particular praying the salah on time. Shaykh Tantawi علي الطنطاوي رحمه الله قال: لا إله إلا الله. يقول: من أعطى الصلاة مكانتها المطلوبة وقعت بقية أموره في الأماكن المطلوبة تلقائيا. The meaning of the saying of Ali Tantawi rahimahullah: anyone who gives the right status and importance for the salah in his life, the rest of his affairs will fall in place. Meaning, your life is arranged around the salah. Where are you going? It doesn't matter. Salah is the most important thing. Make sure you can pray, you're ready to pray, and you know you need to pray. When you go to work, when you apply for a job, when you register for school, when you travel, when you vacation, whatever you're doing, salah is the first thing to plan. Can you pray there? Are you able to pray there? Is water available there? Is there a place for prayer? Or do you have the guts to stand and pray? Because you might go someplace and you start excusing yourself: I can't and I will, and all of those. So he said, you put salah number one in your life, give it the right importance, everything else will be there. Ibn Kathir rahimahullah يقول: لم يختلف المسلمون بأن من أخر الصلاة عن وقتها عمدا فإنه قد ارتكب إثما من أكبر الكبائر وأعظم الذنوب. من أكبر الكبائر وأعظم الذنوب، أشد إثما من قتل النفس وسرقة المال والزنا وشرب الخمر. Subhanallah, if you pay attention to this saying, this is too dangerous. Most people don't think much about it. What really brought it to my mind to talk about it, because one brother came and he said, we were sitting and I wanted to pray, and we kept talking, and somehow, the time of the salah is gone. It was Maghrib time. He said, then Isha came. And he said, how am I going to make up the salah? Should I make it before or after, and all of that? And I was just smiling. I said, you were there, and you know the time for the salah is there, and you let it go, and you're asking a normal question like, nothing happened really, I just want to know how to pray. It's like the time for the salah is not that important, and making up is like whenever you don't feel like praying, then don't pray, and make it up, or go to sleep and you make it up. And what kind of life is this? What is the importance of the salah when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إن الصلاة كانت على المؤمنين كتابا موقوتا? The importance of the salah. Salah has a specific time. That is the time for the salah. The best of the time of the salah is salat al-jama'ah. And if you pray alone, the best of the time is the beginning of the time. But the beginning of the time is not the best of time, because jama'ah is what you're supposed to do and attend. That is if you're not attending the jama'ah. So now we're praying at 1:45. Is this really the beginning of the time? No, it's close to Asr. But this is the right time that the community agree upon for jama'ah, then this is the best time for the salah. No one can excuse himself and say, oh, the jama'ah is too late and I can pray earlier. The best of the salah is in the beginning of the time. Yeah, that is if you are alone, if you're not attending the jama'ah, you're praying somewhere, but this is the best time. So he said, Ibn Kathir, he said, anyone who leaves the salah on purpose until it passes the time and it's gone, and then the next salah comes, he has committed one of the greatest, biggest, major sins. Worse than killing. Yeah, killing. Worse than zina. Worse than khamr. Worse than stealing. And he has exposed himself to humiliation. عرض نفسه لسخط الله سبحانه وتعالى في الدنيا والآخرة. Humiliation and anger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this life and the hereafter if he doesn't repent and mend himself. Imam Ahmad rahimahullah said, Salah and Islam the same. من استهان بالصلاة فقد استهان بالإسلام. If you belittle the salah, then you belittle the whole religion. So many of us don't think much of the salah, just like the brother who asked me, is like you wake up, oh, if you missed it, no big deal, I'll go and make it up. But there isn't really anything called make up for salah. You missed the salah, you missed it. You can never bring the time back. Two conditions or two occasions that you can repray the salah, and it's not considered make-up, it's considered on time. Rasul صلى الله عليه وسلم قال من نام عن صلاة أو نسيها فهي حين يذكرها ليس لها كفارة إلا هذا كما قال صلى الله عليه وسلم. If you sleep or you forget a salah, then when you remember it and when you wake up, that's the time for it. That's providing what? Forgetting, we know that. But sleeping, because a brother might go to sleep and snore every day and tells you, Wallahi Sheikh, I woke up at 7, I woke up at 8. Have you planned for waking up? That is another condition. So if you sleep and you plan to wake up, or you didn't think that you would sleep that long, or someone was supposed to wake you up and did not, and then you woke up, that's the time for salah. But then again, it's not like you wake up and you go, oh, I missed it. Well, this is the time for the salah, then you go back to sleep, and then you wake up and you pray. No, the time for the salah, that means now is the last second you have to pray. You get up and you make wudu and Allahu Akbar immediately. You don't start rolling. Just picture yourself, you want to pray, you're sitting waiting, and you forgot. You say, oh my God, I got 2 minutes to go. What do? You sit back and you say, no, you get up because you got 2 minutes. Same thing when you wake up. As soon as you wake up, you make up the salah. So you catch the salah. So put that salah very important in your life. A lot of people, you see the mother, the father. Have you ever seen a mother or father got really angry at their children when they're teaching them how to pray when they miss a salah? No. They might get angry. But can you imagine if their son walks in the house with smell of alcohol or a bottle of beer or did something? Well, what do? They go crazy, right? But salah is worse. It's more evil to leave it and to not pray. And a lot of people don't look at that. Just like when you see someone committing some little sin, people go crazy. But backbiting is worse. And the same person who went crazy is backbiting 24 hours. Why? Because when the sin becomes common, people start to not think of it as sin or too big of a deal. And that's why backbiting, hardly anyone talk about it or sees the evil of it. It's like, oh, what did I do? I'm just talking. The same thing here. You people see them missing the salah, you would say, oh, alhamdulillah, he prayed 4, it's better than praying none. Yeah, between me and you, maybe we can say that. At least he has some connection. But this is not how you view it. You have to really give it the importance. يعني Umar ibn al-Khattab, when he was dying, picture this, he was dying, first thing came to his mind, did you pray? And when they said yes, he said, لا حظ في الإسلام لمن لا صلاة عنده. If you have no opportunity to call yourself a Muslim if you don't pray. That's what Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, his last words before he died. So give the salah the importance and teach it to your children and show them the importance of the salah. SubhanAllah, in the school, before I start the class, I make the children and the students pray 2 rak'ah tahiyyat al-masjid and 2 rak'ah duha and all of that. They get used to it, alhamdulillah. They just walk without even asking. They go walk and they pray. Just to show the importance of the salah and being in the masjid and connected them when getting used to it and being in the state of tahara, yani having wudu, is very important. It's a sign. Look how the Prophet ﷺ said, وَلَا يُحَافِظُ عَلَى وُضُوء إِلَّا مُؤْمِنٌ. Only the believer is in the state of tahara all the time. Why? Because salah is number one in their life. I don't want to be caught somewhere where I go, oh, I don't have water, I can't make wudu, I can't. Ready for the salah all the time, and that's what we need to be. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it a special in our life. The last dua, or one of the greatest dua of Ibrahim alayhi salam, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, Rabbi ja'alni muqim as-salat wa min dhurriyyati. Oh Allah, make me from those who are steadfast on the salah and my offsprings. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be the same. جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.